everyone, and welcome to Club Reaction to Rangers 3, Raith Rovers now in the quarter-final of the Scottish Cup. I am your host, no voice podcaster man. I do apologise for the state of my voice, but it's not coming back, and it certainly wasn't down to screaming with excitement after what we've just watched. I'm on my own today, I'm in the car, the rest of the boys are out having a few beers, so it is just me bringing a quick reaction to today. The starting 11 today was one change made from the previous two games, with John Lundstrom coming in for Ryan Jack. Not surprised by it. I mentioned it in the pod on Friday night that I'd expected Lundstrom to come in for Jack. Apart from that, everybody else thoroughly deserved to keep their place in the team. Into the game itself, first off, the Union Bells weren't there today, and by goodness could you notice it. They are apparently having a protest due to they've got told to take down banners, so it's a protest against the board. Fair enough for them, I do understand it, but you don't have missed them. Not that the crowd were exactly going to be jumping for joy for a game against Raith Rovers, which should have been and was a very routine win for Rangers, but it's still very noticeable that they weren't there. But yeah, in the actual game, Raith Rovers having the most horrific strip I've seen in a long time. This luminous pink top was, you definitely wouldn't be missing them in a dark night. But Rangers completely dominated from the start. We were, as you would expect, they were playing a back six at times, and they looked to frustrate Rangers as much as they possibly could, which they did. I'm not going to lie. The first half was a lot of huffing and puffing by Rangers. By that I mean it was just hard to break down. Unlucky at times, yes. I think we broke in a couple of times down the right hand side, but it was quite a lot of get ball wide, get ball into box kind of stuff, and see if anything would come of it. We also started to do short corners, which again baffles me when we are up against a kind of back 10 like that. We need to take every opportunity we can to get the ball into the mix and see what we can get off of it, and that's how we scored the first goal. A beautiful cross by Borna Barisic from a corner on our left hand side, and Connor Goldson was there just before half time at the back post to bury it away. Bullet header really into the top corner, a cracking finish, and it's exactly what we needed to go into the half, because it was getting to be one of those games. Everybody's been to one of those games, they've seen one of those games, and we know exactly what we mean by it. But at no point were we under real danger from Raith Rovers pretty much throughout the game. I think they had one chance they could maybe do better with, but they had a few ridiculous long range efforts because McGregor was so far off his line. McGregor had his deck chair about the edge of the box and he was just having a wee seat, but they had a few long range efforts like that, none of them on target. So an easy day's work for McGregor. And in the second half, and it was pretty much the same old thing. It was the same kind of game. Raith Rovers really not doing very much to get themselves involved in the game at this point, and then we go 2-0 up. A James Tavernier cross into the box is deflected and it goes into the far post. Cracking finish by the Raith Rovers defender. It was a cracking finish, but it was an own goal, and Rangers are comfortably 2-0 up at this point. Beale did make changes. We've seen Suter, we've seen Yilmaz come on. We've also seen Scott Arfield come on, Morelos come on eventually for Trolak, and Yanis Hadji as well made an appearance. Good to see Suter and Yilmaz back in the team, that is for sure. It's good to see them again. Suter looked fit, it really did. Yilmaz as well had a bright start when he came on. Faded a wee bit, but maybe just due to the lack of kind of first team football, maybe, but I can't really judge much on what we've seen today. Just before they came on, actually, that was Raith Rovers' best chance. The ball was kind of flashed across our goal and the Raith Rovers striker couldn't get on the end of it, but that was arguably their best chance. But we were already comfortably 2-0 up, and then we saved the best for last. I'm not going to lie, the goal from Scott Arfield is the best move of the game. Great work down our right hand side between Tav and Cantwell. Cantwell's little dink pass to Arfield, he's in the middle of the goal, he's got both sides to choose from and he calmly slots it away. A really nice move, definitely best will last, and a thoroughly deserved 3-0 win for Rangers. We can't really take much from today. We've won, yes, it's still an important game, it's still the quarter final, but in terms of performance, can't look too much into it. Raith Rovers didn't come here to play football. Raith Rovers came here to defend for their lives and hopefully get something. That was it. And by something I mean a goal from somewhere. They had no real threat at all to us. They didn't really play any sort of decent passages of football at all. A few frustrations for me from the Rangers team. I think John Lundstrom, you see why he's not been in the team. I think he slows the game down too much, and I know against it's Raith Rovers and against a back 10, I do get that, but he just slows the game down far too much for me, and he got himself booked stupidly for lunging into a tackle that he had no reason to make. I really pulled Dave. He didn't convince me that he deserves a shirt over Ryan Jack, let me put it that way. And that's probably my only real frustration. I think I don't really have many more that I can really pick through from. Cholak, maybe, it wasn't great today. Again, not his type of game, I don't think. It's one of those games where you really have to work hard to get your chances, and everything he tried didn't really come off for him. Few slack passes as well. But again, I am nitpicking at this because it was ultimately a training match for Rangers today. Let's not be coy about it. It was as easy as you like. We were never in any real danger, and we could thoroughly deserve the win. Positives, Cantwell again just shines. He really does just shine. The boy's energy, he is everywhere, absolutely all over the pitch, always trying to make things happen, and by far the brightest player I thought for Rangers. I thought Borna Barisic was decent. He put some lovely crosses into the box, and he got an assist for Golson's goal. As I say, but Raskin as well, decent in the middle of the pitch. But yeah, I'm thoroughly. I'm fine with what I've seen, because it is one of those games. It's a game that I expected to be like that, and it's exactly as it was. Rangers never really in any real danger, and we're comfortably through at the semi-final now. Maybe a few talking points. The fact that Tillman again wasn't on the bench, and Rabbi Matondo, and that's me not making a joke. Obviously he'd made an appearance on the bench, but again nothing from him today again, so a strange one and one to watch going forward. But maybe that was just to make space for Suter and Yilmaz to come in. I think it's important that he got time on the pitch, same as Hadji. I think it's important for him. We need to continue to build and get their strength back, get their match fitness back, and we'll really take it from there. So yeah, on to the draw now. That'll do us. I say we'll back on Tuesday night. It'll be me, Ali and Scotia, because Ryan's put in another week's annual leave. Apparently he's away to watch horses jump over fences. Don't know, it's not my thing, but that's where he's off to. So yeah, until Tuesday, we are Club at 22 the Rangers podcast. Cheers everybody.